Hello, my friends! As I've continued my self-education into horror in preparation for Long Box of the Damned, I've been watching a lot of horror films, and of course, I have opinions. I don't have the time to do a detailed review of them scene by scene like most videos, but that's why we're going to try something different. This is A Quick Look At, a series where I give a brief review of a film or something else that I've seen and want to give my thoughts on. Like many things, it will be infrequent, and the first 8 videos will be the trial run to see if people like it. We're going to look at the original Amityville Horror movies. Many have expressed shock to me that there were so many sequels, nay, that there were sequels at all. And there were. Before the remake in 2005, there were a total of 8 Amityville movies. You've probably seen Phalus's look at Amityville 4, aka the one with the evil lamp. We'll get to that one too, because I have my own thoughts on that. I'm only going to talk about the original film series for now, but I might get to the remake as well as the found footage asylum movie called The Amityville Haunting somewhere down the line. Let's also ignore the controversy about whether or not it's a true story or anything. We're looking at this strictly as a film, and as a film, I really enjoy it. I'm a big fan of haunted house stories, ghosts, the supernatural, and all that fun stuff. Supernatural horror just seems to open up so many possibilities for stories, be it psychological mind screws or just the house tormenting the characters in various ways, and in my opinion, the Amityville Horror is one of the best. Like the film version of The Shining, it's not so much about the hauntings going out and yelling boo whenever they can, but rather the growing insanity of the father.
I'm coming apart! Oh, Mother of God, I'm coming apart!
The story is your classic haunted house tale. A family moves into a big house, getting it for a bargain because of the real-life DeFeo killings that took place there. As they continue to renovate and move in, the father, George, starts taking on more of the personality traits and look of Ronald DeFeo. The thing that makes this movie work is the slow build-up. George isn't truly unhinged to begin with, it's just annoyances build up, unexplained obsessions start to creep into his personality, and as time passes, it all just piles up until he's a complete wreck. It's a study of a man slowly going insane, driven to it by the malevolent presence in the house. What does hurt the film is the padding. The subplot with the priest is pretty much completely unnecessary.
Hey, there's something weird about that house. I don't believe you. Oh no, the house is striking out at me for no discernible reason.
It completely interrupts the tension and flow of the main story and really takes away from the film. You could cut out a good chunk of these scenes and not hurt the plot at all. Supposedly, the reason why the house is haunted is that it's built on an Indian burial ground. Isn't that always the way? In particular, where the mentally ill of the tribe were left to die. A friend of the family, who happens to be some kind of New Age mystic, get used to seeing those in this series, goes inside the house and seems to find the source of the haunting, a red room that had been hidden after stones were put around it. She suddenly starts speaking in a gravelly voice that they need to find the well, that it's a doorway to hell, and they have to... We later learn the well is underneath the red room. So wasn't it already covered up? You're the one who was smashing at the wall to get to it, lady! In the climax, the Lutz family flees the house, though George goes back for the dog. Personally, this was the only thing that bugged me about the whole thing. I'm sorry, I don't care how close your family is to the dog. When the walls are bleeding and you almost murdered your family, it's time to flee and go back for the dog later. Preferably with an army of priests. But anyway, the Amityville Horror is great in my opinion. Check it out, but skip past the stuff with the priest. You're not missing anything.